All right, we are going to flip back to our kinds of adjectives page. We have two flaps that we're going to fill out today. The first one we're going to fill out is the proper adjectives one that we have done previously before today. So proper adjectives are, and then ignore the part that's down below here for a second. Proper adjectives, so I'm going to write underneath this flap here, formed from proper nouns. We'll just give a few examples of them. So we can do capitalized adjectives, which is what they are. A lot of the times they're referring to, like we said on the notes page for proper adjectives, different locations, ethnicities, religions, cultures. We could do French fries, so French is capitalized. We could do Italian sausage. This Italian is capitalized, and that's giving a specific kind of sausage that is used for cooking. Okay, now the next one that we're going to do is the articles tab. So underneath the articles, I have listed again the two of the three different articles that exist. So articles are only three words that are included in our language: a, and the, like the outside of the flap says. These are considered adjectives because they are always paired with a noun, and they are actually kind of, which is very weird to think about, but they're describing a specific noun that they are paired with. If you are using the word a in front of a noun, that noun that it's paired with has to start with a consonant letter. So a bird, a dog. So go ahead and copy this underneath this articles flap here. And then for the word and, same idea. It is used right before a noun to describe that noun. However, it is always paired with a word or a noun that's starting with a vowel. So an owl, an apple. So vowels A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y are used with an. Every other letter in the alphabet is used with a. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video if you need to finish writing these notes underneath this flap, and then we'll continue on to the bottom of the page here. Okay, so I know I said when we were doing this page that we were not going to be using the bottom of this, but now I'm kind of changing my mind. So if you do not have room on this page, and it's actually not much, so if you can squeeze it in somewhere small or even up above, that's fine. Or if you need to put it on a separate page, you can just title a new page articles and write this part up here. Okay, so what I did was I drew an arrow from my articles flap down here to show that articles are being talked about down here. And I'm going to zoom in just a second. So articles, I just kind of gave a few definitions and more examples about it. Articles are adjectives. You know, it sounds funny. A, and the are such small words, and they're in almost every single sentence that exists in the United States and in our language and in our culture. However, we oftentimes overlook them as being adjectives. So they are adjectives because they describe the noun that they are paired with. It's not just any old bird. Okay, we could just use bird. And we all know, we all have an image in our head of what a bird is. But if we're saying a bird, that kind of makes that bird more specific than just any other bird. You know, especially if you're in the setting with that bird, you're saying a bird over there just came in. Well, that's different than just talking about any bird in general, okay? You can also replace a, and the with another adjective that makes a little more sense, and it is still, even though it's very broad, describing that bird. So a bird, and I put equals bluebird, just to show that they're both being used to describe bird, okay, even though they're two totally different adjectives. Same thing with this next one, an apple is also showing a specific or describing that apple in more detail. Honeycrisp apple is giving a specific kind of an apple, but this is also narrowing down your choices of apples from just any old apple. It's an apple. And the book is a little bit easier to kind of understand this concept. It's not just saying book, it's saying the book. So probably in your vicinity, there is a book that you're probably referring to or pointing to, the book over there. Well, it's not just saying any old book, it's saying the book over there. So it's kind of giving more detail to that noun. Could also be used as mystery book. So mystery and the are both adjectives in this case because they're paired with that book, and they're describing book. Okay, so it's not to say that A and blue, Anne and Honeycrisp, the and mystery are equal to each other. It's just showing you that they're both acting as adjectives here, and they are adjectives describing these same nouns. So you can kind of understand and see how these are used as adjectives to kind of describe these more in detail and give a little bit more specific of a noun. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video right now if you need to finish up these notes. Otherwise, we are going to move on to, or I'm going to have you do the Google form that is attached to this assignment. You are going to be choosing the correct a, an, or the article to fit into the blank in the sentence provided.